Right, welcome in everyone to the weekly reading. So this is for the week starting December 15th through the 21st. So we're going to take a look and see any information and guidance that can best help us navigate this week, give us some perspectives, some awareness that maybe we didn't have. The two big things this week from an astrology perspective. So we have the new moon in Sagittarius, which is happening on the 19th. And then we just had Mars enter Capricorn on the 14th, which was Sunday. So that is the new energy coming in. We do have a bunch of squaring energy this week. So squares, when planets square, it kind of creates a little bit of friction, conflict energy. It kind of pulls out the detriments of each sign, and also, especially if two planets aren't great together, those detrimental aspects are going to be kind of brought up more. And that really does manifest out energetically within us. It also is going to bring out those characteristics as well. And then also on Sunday, we have the sun moving into Capricorn. So we're moving out of Sagittarius season and moving into Capricorn. So as far as Mars and Capricorn together, Mars is exalted in Capricorn. They do get along. So there is a big focus on work and career and like action-oriented types of behavior. Mars is like the planet of action and boldness. And you have Capricorn, who is also very action-oriented, very detail-oriented, likes plans, likes to organize, likes to get things done. So there's going to be, to me, you're definitely going to feel more motivational energy to take action on things that you desire, maybe dreams that you've been kind of thinking about, actually starting to maybe take steps in doing or unfolding those dreams. And you'll be more into planning and the details and figuring things out to drive change for yourself. So I think that's going to be a great kind of, boost of gasoline, if you will. We're getting our gas tank filled. And then you have the Sag new moon. So we're going to I have the Moonology cards. So that's going to be our big focus, is these two things happening this week. With new moons, it's really about planting seeds, planting new seeds. What do we want to bring into our lives? What do we want to create? And then kind of really aligning with those intentions. Sagittarius is really asking, the Sag energy is about getting out of our comfort zones. It's about expansion. It's about adventuring out, getting more involved into things that really, it's about pursuing our passions and doing something that's meaningful to us, rather than just doing things because we feel like we have to, or it's our normal routine. This is about getting out of our routines and like adventuring out into new horizons, trying new things, taking risks. And Sag isn't about, it's not like Capricorn. It's not like, okay, let's have a plan. Let's figure the plan. Let's figure out each step. Sagittarian energy is like, hey, just take a step into the new or into something that feels good, and just trusting that the path will reveal itself. It isn't so much worrying about how do we get from A to Z. It's like, hey, let's just, in this moment, do what we feel guided to do and continue to follow those little crumbs of what we're being pulled to do, or what are being inspired to do. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll pull some Moonology cards first. We got some new subscribers on the channel, so welcome in. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. And also, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, definitely you can take a look at my website. It is linked below in the description. All right, let's see. Got some oracle, get some general themes here. So we have the full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. A win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So this is, to me, you know, the South Node is about lessons we've already learned. Because the North Node is really, when we think of our North Node in our birth chart, it is about coming into this life and what our purpose is. Like, what do we come here in this life to do? Where the South Node is kind of like, this is what we've already kind of done in past lives. We've already kind of worked through that. So, but the past is where we feel comfortable, right? The South Node is where we feel more comfortable. And this is just like, you know, this is spot on with the Sag new moon. It's about going into new territories that maybe we don't feel comfortable in, but we're really being drawn to do this. So we got to look at those ties that bind us to the past. And these are ties that feel comfortable. These are our comfort zones. This is like what we know, right? But it's about expanding right now. That's the energy. It's really asking us to expand. And the Libra energy here is about bringing harmony to our internal energetic space, but our external world. So there is a situation here. I do feel like in the end, if you're dealing with any sort of situation where maybe there's some conflict, maybe it's like there's a lot of like, it's unclear, or like, what do I do here? This win-win outcome, I do feel like it's going to all work out. Things could maybe not be looking up, but I think this is saying it will. But I think we're also approaching things from a perspective through the filter of what we've experienced before. And it may seem like, here we go again type of energy, but I do feel like that's a little deceptive. So to not, you know, and I think with this Capricorn and Mars energy, it's going to help you plow through and figure it out. Because there is a focus here on balance. We have Pisces also coming in with that spirituality aspect and like being practical in the sense of like not taking on too much, not biting off more than we can chew, but also it's about balancing what feels good to what we feel like we need to do, right? We need to guide ourselves through our own intuition this week with this Sag new moon. So let's go to the tarot here. So underneath, we have the Three of Pentacles. So there is definitely something about like collaboration, coming together to the table with solutions and working through this to make it easier. Seven of Swords, Two of Cups, Four of Cups, and then we have the Strength card. So there seems to be, I think the squaring energy this week, there is a little bit of like, you know, up and down energy here with this, but I do feel like you are going to get through this and you have the courage and the confidence to kind of stand up for yourself, but also say, okay, what can I give here? But also, you know, setting boundaries with something. This is about relational energy, so this could be tied to a specific relationship that's being brought up this week. But there is some sort of disappointments or someone who's kind of falling into this poor me, like there's nothing I can do to change this. Or it's almost like in a relationship, someone is approaching the situation like, well, there's nothing I can do, but that's obviously not true. And that's about working together. I also feel like for some of you, this could be about like really putting yourself out there, showing what you have to offer or what something, and maybe you're holding back. I'm going to get one more for this Seven of Swords. Eight of Cups. There could be a situation where someone's kind of not speaking their truth about wanting to walk away from a situation as well. It's almost like someone's not really being authentic or honest about how they're feeling here. But let's keep going and see what else comes up. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Page of Cups. So there is this energy of holding on to what's our safety, our comfort zone here. That's the Four of Pentacles. We've been holding on to something. We're not willing to expand or change because we like being in something that feels familiar. This could be tied to your sense of security or stability with money. You're holding a little bit too tight because there is definitely money fears or feeling like, you know, I have to stay here because of money. But there is some sort of Page of Cups. There is some sort of positive message coming through for you, which is tied to this win-win outcome forecast. I feel like that's what this Page of Cups is saying. There is a message that you're going to receive that's going to be positive and go in your favor, or something's going to change. Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's a situation here. Definitely, this is specific to you guys that have a situation where I feel like you're stuck in, this could be in a job or relationship or something. You feel stuck because of money. Like it's like you want to get out of this. Whatever this situation is not equitable for you. There's not like, it's not like giving back. The amount of energy and time you're putting into this, I feel like you're not being recognized or being given back or compensated. So again, this could be around work and career, but this has really caused a lot of heartache for you. It's almost like this, like, it's like a situation that's kind of torturous. Like you just hate the situation, but you stay because of it pays the bills or something like that. Six of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Temperance card. So I do feel like there is some level of like, you definitely feel stuck and you don't know how to get out of this. But the Six of Swords energy, I don't think you see it, but you are there is progress here. You are moving to something better. I just feel like you don't see it yet. And it's like there's some alchemization happening here from a higher level, like from a dimensional, like divine level, that they're helping to work with to help you move forward or get out of this. I do feel like you have support right now. I feel like you're protected, but there's just a real stuck energy this week. Like you're really feeling stuck, but you're really like, especially with these squares, and then you have Capricorn and Mars moving in. It's like, you're really feeling this, like, I just want to figure this out and move forward. I want to get out of this. I want to move towards something that is more aligned for me, right? What's the Page of Cups? Justice. So I do feel like justice is going to be served. Three of Wands. So it's kind of like something is really bubbling up. I feel like you're not fully seeing how this is going to unfold or a solution, but I do feel like justice, the Libra energy is coming in, and you are going to hear some sort of message that's going to change and help you get out of this like wait and see energy. What's the Three of Swords? The Lovers, the Emperor. There's kind of like it's almost like a hard choice, a hard decision to make. But I think you have the Emperor's coming out as you, saying you have that power and that leadership to really make a decision and to make things happen and to move forward and build something stronger and better. Or some of you, this could be tied to someone you're connected to who's very stubborn and difficult to deal with. And this has caused a lot of heartache for you. But there is something about making a decision that's going to be better for you. Six of Swords, Nine of Cups. Yeah, you are moving towards a wish fulfilled here. You are moving towards something. You're going to get what you want. I just don't think you see it yet. There's still the blindfold, right, with the Eight of Swords. It's like you're not seeing this. You're kind of still in this, like, how do I get out of this? But I do feel like a solution is coming for you. And the Temperance card, Queen of Swords. You're going to get clarity, Judgment. Yeah, you're going to get clarity. And you're going to find a way out and see it. And also, like, I feel like the universe is going to, the Judgment Day is like something flying in, and there's like, this is your new life. And you're awakening to, here it is. And this is about that crossroads of like, I do feel like you have a way out. And it's going to present itself very clearly. And this is coming from the divine. Like the divine has helped alchemize and create this solution or this outcome for you. And it's definitely something you wanted. And I do feel like there's just, even though you're in a situation that you know you hate and you've just been in it because of it's comfortable or it's gives you money, it pays the bills, whatever. But, you know, even when you're faced with like, here's a way out, there's a little bit of hesitation, like, because you're being asked to step into this new life, this new world, this new like path. And that can be a little like scary, even though it's like you're being presented with an out here. But I think you're going to take it. It's almost just like there's a little bit of that hesitation of, you know, of like this moment of finally expanding out in a big way. So any last, I'm just going to see, any last, I know it's getting dark in here. I try to always race the sun here, especially it gets so dark so early. I just want to see any last information about how this is going to, the Judgment, kind of what's this way out. Nine of Cups. Oops, cards are flying. Justice. How will this like manifest or unfold? Justice, again, we got the Devil. The Lovers. Yeah, it's a choice. You're definitely being presented with a choice. And it's overcoming this fear. Three of Swords. Something's been very difficult. And there is something around, I do feel like it is tied to money, like a security piece. Like this has provided security. But at the same time, it's like, this has been a really, it's just gotten to the point where like this Three of Swords energy, like this is just like caused a lot of suffering. For some of you, this could be, so it is leaning more towards money and work, but for some of you, it could be a relationship that this has been really heartbreaking. It is a very karmic, the Devil. This is a karmic relationship. I feel like you are making a very difficult, like heartbreaking decision to walk away from a relationship. And it's not going to be easy, but I do feel like this relationship has just gotten to a point where it's been very heartbreaking. I just feel like there's no like warm energy in this relationship. Like there's a lot of coldness. This person definitely has not been filling your cup, or really, it's like you've just kind of, it's like being alone in a relationship, right? It's like you're in a relationship, but you're lonely, and you feel more alone than just not being in the relationship. Yeah. You're finally making a decision. Like you really are like, this is what I'm doing. You're getting clarity here, like I said. I think it's just the Temperance keeps showing up too. Like it's just about, hey, we're figuring this out for you. Like there's some patience factor here of just, I know I feel like this is something that's been going on a while. You could also feel like you're surrounded by people that maybe you don't trust in a situation. And really the communication, I think there's been a real breakdown in communication, and there's like missing information here. So there is definitely something about people who you don't trust. Maybe you feel like they're holding back information or like distorting information around this, but something really has hit ahead with this that's really kind of pushed your boundaries of like, I just can't deal with this anymore. Justice. Again, look at Judgment. Judgment. Yeah, Tower. This is going to come in very unexpectedly. Like out of nowhere. Like this sort of like it's like this rebirthing to this new life, this new opportunity. It's like the path is opening up here, because in the Judgment card, these people are like, in the normal tarot, it's people that are actually in graves, which represent their old life, and the divine is calling them to their new life, and they're awakening to this new life. So, I mean, this is interesting. So a win-win outcome here. There's an outcome presenting itself forecasted here. So win-win, everyone wins. So I think you can trust that if you're kind of worried about this. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining in. Definitely don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know how you're all doing in the comments. And yeah, I am, if you've seen, I have put out, I think 3 of the 2026 forecast. I am working on all of them. I'm going to be posting the next couple within the next day or two. I'm really struggling with these extended videos because I post them to a different site and they're taking forever. So they are coming. So look out for your 2026 forecast. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next reading.